Historically, truces in the Middle East have always been shaky, and the current one reached by Iran and the US is similarly being scrutinized closely as to its longevity. What currently looks to be a major disputed issue is whether the current terms of the ceasefire include Lebanon or not. US President Donald Trump on Tuesday announced that he had agreed to a 2-week ceasefire with Iran hours after announcing that a whole civilization will die tonight. In a post on Truth Social, he mentioned that Iran proposed a workable 10-point peace plan that could help end the war. His post read, and I quote, "Based on conversations with Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif and Field Marshal Asim Munir of Pakistan, and wherein they requested that I hold off destructive forces being sent tonight to Iran and subject to the Islamic Republic of Iran agreeing to the complete, immediate and safe opening of the Strait of Hormuz, I agree to suspend the bombing and attack of Iran for a period of 2 weeks," unquote. According to reports, just a few hours after the ceasefire between the US and Iran was agreed upon, Israel attacked Lebanon on Wednesday. The strikes targeted commercial and residential areas in and around Beirut and killed at least 112 people, with hundreds of others being injured. This was seen by many as a violation of the ceasefire, which, when initially announced, noted that Lebanon was part of it. Israel's Netanyahu did contest this, but unannounced attacks on Lebanon by Israel later are now being criticized globally. Many see this as being detrimental to the larger process of ceasefire and regional peace. Iran reacted strongly to this development, with the country's foreign minister Araghchi taking to X, where he wrote, and I quote, "The Iran-U.S. ceasefire terms are clear and explicit. The U.S. must choose ceasefire or continue war via Israel. It cannot have both. The world sees the massacres in Lebanon. The ball is in the court of U.S. The world is watching whether it will act on its commitments," unquote. Notably, he shared the post by Pakistani Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif, in which the latter had declared the ceasefire. As things stand now, Lebanon has the potential of becoming a serious deal breaker for the ceasefire. This, though, depends on how far the escalation goes and how the US responds to Israel's actions. Ambiguity of the terms of the ceasefire are a big part of this. Experts claim that the ceasefire appears to be strictly between Washington and Tehran, with no clarity defined provisions covering Israel's military operations in Lebanon. This is why Abbas Araghchi's response is significant. By framing Israel's strikes as incompatible with the ceasefire, Iran is making its position clear that it is unwilling to fold on Lebanon issue and considers it part of the ceasefire deal it agreed on. For Washington, the question is how much can it restrain Israel and not undermine the entire premise of the truce due to military action in Lebanon. Nonetheless, it does not directly equate to a deal breaker yet, as ceasefires in the Middle East have historically survived limited proxy escalations until the principal actors, the US and Iran in this case, do not directly engage and see value in working for larger peace. Continuation of the ceasefire is possible. Israel's minimizing its engagement in Lebanon would be a further help in the continuation of this truce.